If you've been looking for banking options to support your business, then chances are you've come across Bluevine and Relay, which have been two of the most talked about services as of late. And at first, they might seem pretty similar, but both are modern, digital platforms that skip the usual headaches of traditional banking. And they each have their own strengths. But after using them side by side, I've noticed some key differences that could make one a better fit for your business than the other. So today I'm putting Bluevine and Relay head to head and showing you how the two compare in terms of features and how will they handle day-to-day transactions. We're going to cover where each service shines, some things that could be improved, and which one I'd personally go with depending on the situation. So stick around to see which platform could be the business banking solution that you've been searching for. So let's get into it. Okay, before we get into the features, let's quickly break down what Bluevine and Relay actually do and who they're built for. So Bluevine is a fintech company that's become pretty popular among small business owners. Now, even though it's technically not a bank, your deposits are still FDIC insured through Coastal Community Bank. But what makes Bluevine stand out is how much you can handle straight from one dashboard. You've got business checking, bill pay, sub-accounts to keep your money organized, invoicing that runs through Stripe, and access to both a debit and a business credit card. Everything's digital, so no need to visit a branch or deal with paperwork in person. Another thing that I really like about Bluevine is their lending options, which are honestly some of the most flexible I've come across in any business banking platform. So if your business needs extra funding, you've got a few good options. Their line of credit goes up to $250K and works on a revolving basis. So as you repay, the credit becomes available again. Repayment terms are predictable as well, either 6 or 12 months, which makes planning easier. They also offer business term loans where you get a lump sum of up to $500,000 with repayment periods that can go up to 24 months. Now, these loans are financed through their lending partners, but the whole application process cuts out the complexity and happens right from your Bluevine account. Now, Relay looks very similar on the surface. It's also a fintech platform with FDIC insured banking through Thread Bank, and it's 100% digital as well. But here's where it starts to go in a different direction. Relay focuses more on making financial operations easier to manage. So you get multiple checking and savings accounts, bill pay, and built-in tools that streamline expense tracking and team collaboration. And honestly, where Relay really pulls ahead is with its automation. It connects with accounting tools like QuickBooks and Xero, and it even lets you set up rules to automatically sort and move your money, like assigning income to different accounts or categories as soon as it comes in. So if you're juggling a team of running a business where cash flow tracking is key, this is where Relay really shines. Now let's talk pricing and see what you actually have to put down to access all of these features. Now for Bluevine, there are 3 main service plans to pick from. To start, their standard business checking account is completely free with no fees, and this option gives you 1.5% APY on balances up to $250K and up to 5 sub-accounts to help organize your money. Transactions are unlimited, ACH transfers are free, and you get both a debit card and the option to apply for their business cashback MasterCard, which gives you 1.5% back on purchases. Or if you want to level up a bit, there's the Plus plan at around $30 a month. But this monthly fee can actually be waived if you keep a $20K average balance and spend at least $2K a month on your card. Plus, this plan, your APY jumps to 2.7% and you get up to 10 sub-accounts, 5 free mailed checks, and a 20% discount on most payment processing fees. They even throw in a 6-month subscription to Xero, which is a nice bonus for bookkeeping. And finally, if you're running a bigger operation, the Premier plan, which costs at around $95 a month, this tier gets you 3.7% APY and up to $3 million, 20 sub-accounts, priority customer support, access to treasury management tools, and even deeper fee discounts. And as with the Plus plan, the monthly subscription price is also waivable if you maintain a $100,000 balance and spend $5K monthly on the card. Meanwhile, Relay has a similar 3-plan structure. Their starter plan is also completely free, which is pretty impressive for what you get. You can open up to 20 checking accounts and 2 savings accounts, send unlimited ACH transfers, capture receipts, and even issue invoices, all from inside the app. Savings accounts earn 1.03% APY, and their business credit card gives you 1% cash back. You also get solid controls for managing your team's spending right out of the gate. But if you're ready to scale up, their Grow plan goes for $30 a month and increases your APY to 1.75%. Cash back goes up to 1.25%. Plus, you unlock more advanced tools like branded invoices, smarter bill approval workflows, enhanced automation, and lower processing fees, which can really help if you're dealing with high transaction volume. Last up, the Scale plan for around $90 a month offers 3.03% APY on savings and a 1.5% cash back on the card. Plus, you get same-day ACH transfers, more robust user permissions, AI-driven insights for things like collections and cash flow, and support for up to 50 checking accounts. So if you got a complex operation or a big team, this plan gives you a lot of control. Now, if any of these plans sound like a good match for your business, then make sure to check out the affiliate links down in the description to try Bluevine or Relay and access special deals that you're not going to find if you go directly to their websites. All right, let's take a look at what it's actually like using Bluevine and Relay day to day and what kinds of features you can expect once you're all set up. With Bluevine, the dashboard is super intuitive, so everything from transactions to loan access is all in one place, and the mobile app keeps things smooth when you're on the go. One of the biggest features here is just how easy it is to separate your funds. Whether you're budgeting for taxes, payroll, or other business expenses, you can create up to 20 sub-accounts to stay organized. Plus, there's also a built-in invoicing tool so you can send out invoices or payment links directly, no extra software needed. And if you're using the Business Cashback MasterCard, there's built-in fraud protection and security features like instant card lock and two-factor authentication. You can even set custom access for team members, which helps if you're not managing everything alone. Now, switching over to Relay. This one's built more for teams that need flexibility and detailed control over their money. So you can open up to 50 checking accounts under a single business, along with 2 savings accounts, which is, well, it's useful if you're working across departments or client projects. Plus, what I really appreciate about Relay is how it automates the boring stuff. For instance, you can upload receipts, set up approval workflows for expenses, and even build custom rules for how funds are allocated. It's also stacked with integrations for QuickBooks, Xero, Gusto, Zapier, and Plaid, which really help cut down on the manual data entry. I'd say it's genuinely a cleaner experience overall if you're managing multiple users or need a tight back office system. All right, now I've actually gotten to use both Bluevine and Relay for my business, so I've been able to get a decent sense of how the two compare in day-to-day use, where they excel, and what I thought could be better. So with Bluevine, aside from the loans, one of the strongest benefits is the interest you can earn. That 3.7% APY on the Premier plan is very competitive for a business account. Plus, the MasterCard with 1.5% cash back also adds some great value if you're consistently spending on business expenses. Now, one thing to note here, there's no traditional savings account. Everything will sit in the main checking account or sub-accounts, which works fine for short-term cash management, but it's not ideal if you want to stash away extra funds separately for long-term savings. Now, that said, Bluevine does make up for it in other ways. You get unlimited fee-free transactions and no overdraft fees, which helps to keep your costs low, especially if your business moves money around frequently. Relay, on the other hand, doesn't do lending, but what it does give you is an incredibly flexible banking setup. Having up to 50 checking accounts and multiple team permissions lets you customize how money is managed across the entire business. You also get real-time controls like receipt matching, customizable access for team members, and solid automation tools to keep everything organized. However, keep in mind that Relay is currently only available to US-based businesses, so if you're planning to go international, that could pose some limitations. Now, aside from that, if your main priority is streamlined operations, it really delivers. The integrations are seamless, automation is baked in, and the APY and cashback on higher tiered plans add extra value without a steep learning curve. So look, to wrap it all up, Bluevine is a solid pick if you want both banking and financing in one place, and it's especially useful if you're earning interest on your balance or you need access to credit or loans and like having everything from checking to payments and invoicing in one central dashboard. It's a great option for small to mid-sized businesses that just want convenience without extra frills. Meanwhile, Relay could be a better fit if you care more about control, automation, and integrations. It's built for teams that are managing multiple accounts, delegating tasks, and relying on software like QuickBooks or Gusto. So while there's no lending, its streamlined workflows, AI tools, and flexible setup make it ideal for growing businesses with a focus on operations. And that's all for this review. Hope you found this video helpful, and if you did, then please be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to see more just like this. As a reminder, if you want to upgrade your business banking with Bluevine or Relay, then you can get started by checking out the affiliate links in the description below, where we have special deals that you won't find if you go directly to their websites. Now, as always, I enjoy hearing your thoughts, so go ahead and leave any questions or comments down below, and I'll try to get back to them as fast as I can. Finally, guys, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.